Hey there. So, you're one of us, aren't you? Mind if I ask you a few questions? Question 1. When you travel, you usually... Well, if that's your idea of fun. Kidding. So, next question. When you're traveling, do you follow the itinerary or are you more spontaneous? Good to know. And what about politics? What would you do if you disagreed with our country's government? Right on. Oh, one last question. When you watch a movie, you do so to... But you might also watch a movie to... Thanks. Good to know. And I guess you're like the other runaway teens, trying to flee Petria. It's really dangerous to cross the border. You have to be careful with the people you meet on the way, believe me. Don't go fainting on me. But each decision could shape your destiny and Petria's too. Okay, I guess it's time for you to hit the road. I hope you're ready.
I'm here at our nation's border under National Mountain, the site of the Black Brigade terrorist attack in '86. If you don't remember, hundreds died that day when a brigade truck carrying explosive devices crashed into the mountain, triggering its peak to collapse. In 2 months, on the same day as the nation's election, in the same spot where I'm standing, the 10-year commemoration honoring the victims will take place.
Give us all your darn money, bitch!
Yeah, all your darn money.
Robbery in progress. All cars in the area respond immediately.
Unit 2 here. On my way. Over.
President Tyrak, the man who built the border wall behind me, protecting our nation, will be there.
Protecting our nation? Ha!
This event promises to be a solemn moment, and a time to celebrate the announcement of our next president.
Total BS.
Of course, I'll be there live, giving you the real story as it unfolds. This has been GNN's Sonia Sanchez reporting live.
Get in, Mitch!
With pleasure.
You, drive! Don't look at us!
We're your worst nightmare. That's who we...
Watch it!
We're your worst nightmare. That's who we are.
Shut up and step on the gas! starting outside the laundromat after we rob it. Humiliate it.
You think I don't know that, Stan? It's your fault, you know.
My fault? Oh, that's rich, Mitch. You know what, Mitch? Maybe you should find another Robin partner.
Well, maybe I should. Like this kid.
Fine, take the kid. He's clearly a criminal anyway. Hold on. Before we end the best Robin duo ever, let's take a deep breath.
Yeah, we shouldn't rush into this. This is big. I know. Let's put the radio on. It'll help us forget about the laundromat.
Good idea.
A laundromat robbery happened about an hour ago.
Ah, jeez.
Witnesses say the two robbers, both dressed like they were into S&M role-playing, argued the entire time. Though the suspect only made off with $72 in quarters, they are said to be armed and very dangerous. If you see them, please call the police immediately.
We're laughing stocks.
And Sonia reporting it, no less. Oh, geez.
Well, I guess that's it. Stan and Mitch are breaking up. Go on and partner up with the kid.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Wow.
Only one thing left to do. To be sure this is the right move and all. Give the kid Mitch's ultimate bank robbing quiz.
Yeah.
You need to start thinking about your future, kid. Here's how it works. Get enough questions right, you and Mitch become Robin partners. But don't, then Mitch and I have to... I don't want to spell it out.
Question number 1. Of the following, what is the best location to rob? The clock is, ticking. Yeah, that's right. Not much security. And there's food.
Though jealous, I will admit I am very impressed.
Question number 2. When is the best time to rob? Wrong. That's when the Sonia show is on.
That's strike one.
Question 3. What is the best getaway vehicle? You would think, but no.
Yeah, Sometimes they break down in front of laundromats. Strike 2. This is your last chance.
Question 4. The final question. What is the best thing to do with your money at your hideout?
Is this your final answer?
Yes, that is the best thing to do.
We need not explain why, for obvious reasons. Wow, the kid passed.
No, I've never even passed it. And it's my quiz.
So I guess you and the kid are gonna partner up now, eh?
Stan, hold on.
Yes, Mitch?
Though the kid and I's Robin compatibility is through the roof.
No doubt.
I cannot imagine Robin with anyone but you.
Nor I, Mitch. Nor I.
You hungry, Stan?
Hungry to do another robbery.
Come on, let's keep the car. And ditch the kid.
Sounds good to me, Mitch. You hear something, Mitch?
I did not, Stan.
Stan and Mitch!
kept inside so long. I've lost sight of right and wrong. When you left an open door, I couldn't help.
You're gonna vote, right?
So I took off with no plan.
You're wrong about that, kid. Voting leads to change. And change is what we need.
Shaking hands, I hope this moment never ends. It feels so good on the road and on my own.
That's Zoe on her trumpet. Careful with that one. She's trouble.
Back from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights, I know. The road is my home. That's what it feels like to be free. Chasing butterflies and floating away.
Look, just give me the money and I won't call the cops.
A guy got stabbed here 2 days ago, and they never came. The cops aren't gonna show for this.
It feels so good on the road and on my own. Waking up, no strings attached, no looking back from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights, I know. The road is my home. Feels so good. I know the road is my home.
Ma, the TV's working again. It's a miracle.
Feels so good. I know the road is my home.
You're one of them, huh? Sorry, kid. I got nothing.
I don't have time for this. Just a Mitch you stole from me and...
I didn't do it. Everything's fine.
It's not fine. She broke into my office and stole from me. Who are you? Her attorney? No, I don't have proof. She turned off my security camera. She's a criminal mastermind. You teens, I don't need the hassle. I'm out of here.
You didn't have to do that, you know. I was handling it. Well, thanks, I guess. Anyway, welcome to the Night Skies Campground. If you like crappy trailers, this place is the best. To look at the stars? I know, it's cheesy. There's some cardboard around here, near Dancing Carl. He's like this guy who's weirdly competitive about dancing. You'll know when you meet him. Yeah, see you around, I guess. Hey, don't become roadkill out there, okay?
What do you want? On my grounds? Definitely not. I'm right here. What do you want? I got trailers here, trailers you can sleep in, if you got the dough.
You look lost. If you want to rent a trailer, go up the stairs to my right and talk to the owner. Otherwise, find the dancing guy. There's cardboard near him.
You said you'd give me another week.
This is 191.9, the voice of the brigades. This is your Papa baby here. With the upcoming fraud of an election, more and more countries are calling for the resignation of Tyrak. But will he step down? Of course not. Which is why, dear listeners, we must resist this man and his government as much as we can. And now, here's a tune from a fresh new band. Remember,
Get your tapes and
Papa
snacks
baby
here.
loves you.
Tapes and
You
snacks.
left the radio outside, Denny. Turn it off before you get us arrested.
You look lost.
Who's that?
there's some cardboard right there. But I gotta warn you, I'm a snorer.
Feel free to join if you can hang. There's some cardboard right there beside that guy, but he's a snorer. No one can really dance with me. I'm on another level. But knock yourself out. See what I mean about not being able to dance with me?
I've been kept inside so long. I've lost sight of right and wrong. When you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore.
Hey, wake up.
So I
Come hang out with me.
with no plan, thinking I could find a friend,
Up here.
saying hi and shaking hands. I hope this moment never ends.
Come here. Sit with me.
It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up now. Strings attached now, looking back from ocean waves.
You don't have any marshmallows, do you? Sorry, I ask everyone that. Anyway, it's nice to have someone normal around here.
That's what it feels like to be free.
I left home at the start of the summer. I wanted to get out of Petria. Like you, I think.
Floating on the breeze.
My dad thinks I'm on a big road trip.
No doors and
Truth is, I'm never going back home again.
to be seen. It feels
To have a normal life? My dad says I'm lucky because I have a privileged life here. But that life disgusts me, especially now that I know
ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know
never mind.
the road is my home. Feels so
Sometimes, yeah. But what scares me the most is going back to my old life. But enough about all that. Hey, why don't we play a little music? Let's play Bella Ciao. I used to play this all the time. You know. Don't be scared, man. Give it a shot. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, now let's try it with the music. I should be recording this. Okay, faster. My stomach All right. Yeah, all right.
It's 3 in the morning! Put that away before I come up there! That's it! Both of you are gone by sunrise! Understand me? And don't come back! Ever!
Oh man, that was great. sweat it. I was gonna leave anyway. But I'm just sorry for you. That's sweet, but I think I need to travel on my own. It's important to me, you know? Thanks for understanding. Well, we should probably start packing, huh? Good luck out there. Oh, this is for you, to remember this moment.
Luxurious limo. You're wondering why I've given you a ride. I gave you a ride because I know your secret. That you're my biggest fan. I don't deny it, honey buns. Don't pretend, sugar. Now relax. You must be exhausted from being on the road. Normal-sized remote to your left. See it? Everything you ever wanted can be accessed by pressing one of its normal-sized buttons. Go on. Not that one.
What can I do for you, Sonia?
Just my driver and bodyguard. Nothing, Adam. Just do your job, would you?
This is my job, Sonia. Sure you don't need anything?
Yes, I'm sure, Adam. Bye! Now, I'm just gonna grab the normal-sized remote on this side and... Oh, look at that! That's what rich people call a sunroof. Now go on, climb up there. For that very reason. Do me a favor and grab one of those fan letters beside you. Don't like to touch them much myself.
What's it say? That's nice. You know what isn't? Receiving death threats. Oh gosh, almost every day. That's why I got Adam, my bodyguard and driver. As irritating as he is.
Do you want me to turn the audio off, Sonia?
Yeah! It's a question I ask myself all the time, believe me. But whoever it is, they won't do nothing. I've been getting letters for 10 years, Snookums. Yet here I still am.
Sonia?
What is it, Adam? Kinda having a moment here with my biggest fan.
It's time.
For the Sonia show, of course. I never miss it. Now park those buns over here. We say it's live, but that would be way too hard.
With the election only a few months away, early polls show Tyrak well ahead of Flores. And now for today's missing teen report. Unfortunately, we have additional teens.
And blah, 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 blah. You can ask me anything you want. You know that, right? I'm here for you. The more money you got, the better. Sometimes, I withdraw money from my account just to hold it. Then I put it back in again. Oh? Sorry you feel that way. Wait, you feel that? We're slowing down. Ring Adam for me, would you?
Yes, Sonia?
It wasn't me who rang Adam. So stupid. It was my biggest fan.
Yes, Sonia's biggest fan? We're pulling into a security checkpoint. Looks like there's another protest.
And to think this was once a nice totalitarian nation. Probably Tyrak trying to steal the election. Or Tyrak increasingly taking away their civil liberties. Ugh, babies.
You suck! Tyrak news!
They think my station is owned and operated by the state, which it's not. I mean, not 100%. Here come the police. This party is about to blow up. Hey, get out of my way! Yeah, you, loser! Get out of my way! Hey, get out of here, loser!
Sonia, please get back in the limo.
You're starting to sound like a Black Brigade, sweetie. Uh-oh, they have rocks again.
escort, Sonya.
Finally! So long, losers! Well, we made it. Not that there was ever any doubt. Exciting, no? No, not really. But I'm not when I say I want you out of my limo. I thought you were my biggest fan. Adam! Drop this loser off.
Yes, Sonya.
So long, kid. Woo-hoo!
No good! Flippin' tire. Just some car trouble, kid. What are you doing out here? You changing the subject on me? Well, if you got any advice, I guess it wouldn't hurt to hear it. Oh, yeah? Then have at it, kid. What are you? A tire whisperer? Hey, don't stop there. The pump's behind you. You know, you remind me of my son. He's always fixing things. Always things too. Here. Thanks a lot, kid. Gotta say, I'm impressed. Just my luck. Come on, follow me. Yes? I'm everywhere these days, including Road 96. I'm working a case that requires it. You can, but I can't tell you. It's been a bad summer, really. Sorry. I just have a lot on my mind. With you? That's all right. No offense. Yeah, maybe you're right. It's just that my son, my adopted son, ran away. I knew something that he didn't. A secret. And when I told him, he got upset. They really can be. You're right. I told him who his biological parents were. Or as much as I know about them anyway. I always told him I didn't know. I was lying. It was hard on him too because of who they were. They were members of the Black Brigades. The terrorist group responsible for the attack at the wall. You know about the attack in '86, right? That's the day I met my son. Yeah, I was working security, hired to protect Tyrak at the wall's opening ceremony. Everything was going fine until it wasn't. I barely saw the truck before it crashed into the mountain. Just a flash. Next thing I knew, rocks were falling on the crowd. It was awful. You have no idea. The screams. Everything was just so terrible. At some point, I looked down and there was my son, silent, covered in dust, looking up at me. Maybe I shouldn't have. But I picked him up and brought him home with me. I just had to make sure he was going to be safe. I had to. I looked in the papers for months after, searched the missing children reports every day. There was nothing. It's not unusual for brigades to cut ties with family. Truth is, I think they're dead, kid. Killed by those rocks. What other explanation is there? I guess I deserve all this. I kept the truth from my baby. Thanks, Peach Fuzz. I appreciate you saying that. I do.
Central to Unit 2, do you copy? Over.
I should get that. Look, kid. I don't know what you're up to out here. Just promise me something. Turn around and go home, okay? Your parents miss you.
Welcome to my dope ride. My man, driving is a state of mind, and I'm on a higher plane of consciousness. Hell nah. Gotta say something, dog. Don't be one of those weirdo silent riders. I don't want to escape myself, but I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a girl who crossed using some secret tunnels at the border. Not gonna lie, change would be nice. Real nice. Dang, I think that's ex-mom. Yeah, she adopted me when I was 4, then treated me real well, but homie needed to make a change. Had to drop her. She told me my bio parents were brigades. She knew that, but she never said nothing for 10 years. Like what, dog? It did, but she made it hurt worse. So, that's why she's ex-mom. And that's why I ran away, and I'm on the road.
Alex! Alex? Alex! Please!
Maybe I should. Check the scanner at your feet.
Alex? Are you there? Can you hear me? Alex? Come in. Alex? You there? Alex?
Three.
Right there, dog. What you want, ex-mom?
Oh, thank God. Baby, we got a call. The bank near our home's being robbed. I know things aren't great between us right now, but I need you to do your thing and access his cameras and tell me what you see.
Fine. I'll help you with my super dope tech. But that's the last time, woman.
Thank you, baby.
Big Dog is not a baby. I'm gifted, but I can't do everything. You gotta get in the back. Yeah, homie, I'm in the intel game. Big Brother's watching us, so I'm watching Big Brother. Tweak the antennas to make the image clear, and tell me what you see. Ex-mom, give us a sec. I'm driving and homie is in the back.
You're what?
Yo, chill. Two burglars, ex-ma. Male.
Got it. You see any hostages?
Zero hostages, ex-ma.
Good. Anything else?
And homie says they're kinda dumb.
Not these guys again. Okay, I'll relay all of this. Thank you, baby.
Homie, I'm a bit tongue-tied with ex-ma. Got any advice? Look, I'll call you soon, okay?
Okay, baby. Sounds good. Alex.
Yeah?
You know I love you, right?
Yeah. I know. Bye, ex-mom. Sorry you had to see that dog. Maybe I am being rough on her. Life, it's complicated. Especially when you're 14 and a genius. Anyway, thanks for helping me and ex-ma back there. Look at us, man. Two fly homies on the road of life. No problem, man. You would have done the same for me. Cool.
Snacks and drinks? Can I help you at all?
Keep it down, kid. You want to get my wife and I busted? Can we trust you? Okay. There are rumors of old tunnels that lead to the other side. They're said to be off the path to my left. I hope you're not claustrophobic. I hope you find your freedom, kid. We'll be rooting for you.
Special 10-year commemoration of the collapse. There's some never-before-seen footage there. Oh, just proof that the government had explosives rigged on the mountain.
Snacks and drinks? Can I help you at all?
Whoa, hold up there, kid. Not unless I let you. Maybe I won't. And why should I? Give me a good reason. Should have said so. Talk to my boss at camp's entrance. She can hook you up if you got the dough.
Who wants to know? Maybe I can help with that. The important word being maybe.
Yes, but I don't have enough money. Finding your freedom can be expensive. Maybe I should just give up anyway. Maybe you're right. I just need to find a few bucks. Thank you.
Hey man, want some advice? Don't try crossing over the mountain. I saw a guy fall from the peak one time. He screamed all the way down. And it's a long way down. Just don't go up there, man. I was just thinking about that right now. Don't tell anybody, but I've got a Gov Pass. News like that gets out, and teens will be swarming me.
Hey, see that door back there? Some kids say it leads to an abandoned tunnel. It's rumored you can cross by using it. But maybe it's just a trap. Something Tyrak uses to lure teens to their death. If the shoe fits.
Whoa, take it easy. You're not gonna open that door. Not without my help. I've been watching officials on this path for some time. Just so happens one dropped their access card the other day. Made this huge magnet, see? But that's not important. My point is, the card's yours. For a price. 2 reasons, claustrophobia and cleithrophobia. Well, fear of being trapped on the ground. Good luck down there. I heard it's just a dead end anyway.
thought you were a guard. Please, don't shine that at me. My wife and I came down here to cross. These are our boys. She went off to look for a way out when we got stuck. At one point, we heard gunshots. She never came back. The path back there is blocked. Landslide. See for yourself. I don't know what we're gonna do. And our food is almost out. I hope you do. Good luck to you.
Freedom. Nothing is more important, but there are many others in Petria still looking for it. And their journeys have only just begun.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonia Show. A protest happened recently on our roads. It was started by the brigades, as they always are. The police luckily intervened so that innocent people weren't hurt. Thank you, police. This wouldn't be a democracy without you. Remember, these protests are organized by criminals. Stay as far away from them as you can. Well, you may have heard the rumors that a teen fled our country using abandoned tunnels running under the wall. The story is false. I was told this by no other than our great leader himself. No tunnels like this exist, said Tyrak. He even joked that if they did, he'd use them to avoid the traffic jams at the border. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. Surprisingly, it does appear Flores has some supporters, probably members of the brigades. As you know, the Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. The hotline is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let's bring these teens back home. We count on your support. Take a good hard look. And that has been the Sonya Show.
No, you listen. Listen to me. What you did is unforgivable.